Blessings, Facebook. I'm so excited for this live today. It's really powerful, really potent. And the amount of beautiful Ruby, thank you, Christy. The amount of convergence around this topic that I've seen with people, other people, has been immense. And the ripeness of this correction, and this has been brought to me consistently for correction over this past few weeks. And so we're finally at this the stage where the pimple can pop. We're finally at the birthing stage of this. So very, very grateful for that. I hope you can hear me okay. So much gratitude for anyone who comes and shares a space with me on live or on repeat. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone's interest and convergence and everything I witness and observe and speak for. I understand that we are all working towards these things. I'm just grateful that I have the eyes and to see and the voice to speak these things. And the, recklessness to not care how I sound. So grateful for that freedom. So today's live, the Crystal Heart Vortex. So I speak of these principles as if they are outside of us, because I see them as eternal principles, and they are eternal principles. But these are all being embodied. And at this point, at this juncture, when I'm speaking of this, when I say it's ripe and it's in the field and it's being asked for, that tells me we're at the place of the embodiment of this eternal principle. So the beginning where I first witnessed this eternal principle was with Sasha Stone in the Hill of Tara, when we did a small, precise ceremony there. And now I can say that this eternal principle of the Crystal Heart Vortex is coming into embodiment, coming into functionality within our mechanics of creation, within the human consciousness for each person. So this is the reunion of all bloodlines. We are being shown the light function of the heart, the powerful portal position of the heart, what it is truly here for. And I will also assert this at this time that the heart is the place of the channel of the Eternal Father. The heart is the place where the Eternal Father will be known. I speak of Father Earth, which is like Father Heart. They're one and the same thing. And I want to speak on that because I actually have not heard anyone else speaking the words Father Earth before. But Father Earth came to me, or should I say an eternal guardian of Father Earth came to me at Uluru. I in my travels in Uluru. I wasn't physically there. I was shown this Native American chief standing there, and he shared with me the wisdom of Father Earth. He shared with me the lack and the sadness of the missing elements of Father Earth's network, the Eternal Father's network on Earth, so that he could be within the compassionate knowing of all of us, within our bodies, within our tangible realities, within the creational capacity of every single person, the true Father, the Eternal Father. And I was shown at Uluru there was an eternal, ginormous, central golden grandfather tree. That's what I was told. And it was chopped down, and I was told that there was many of these, and it formed an eternal network for the receptivity and the transference of eternal knowledge, which is under the stewardship of the Eternal Father, the channel of the Father. And this is how the channel of the Father accessed into Earth, through the mycelium, through the root system, and it's all the same. The root system, the mycelium, this is our blood system. This is our circuitry system. So I speak of it in abstract etheric ways, and I speak of it in a very personal way. And when I get to this place where I can speak of it in the bloodlines, then I know it's in the body, and this is the celebration moment for me. So that's what I was shown, and that was a few years ago, so a good few things have happened between then. And but I was very much told there is a network of Father, the Eternal Father on earth. It can be called Father Earth because it is how the Father is known to us in a tangible way, so that the holographic imprints and projections and convolutions of the false Father can be rejected from our consciousness, can be replaced. So this vortex within the crystal heart is restoring electrical order. This is taking us to the place before the electrical wars. The electrical wars were a time when the blood of humanity was weaponized and imprinted with war and sacrifice and duality, so that we would be in a constant, the one tribe of mother, which it was recognized easily, vibrationally known that everyone was of the tribe of mother. Everyone belongs to the earth. Everyone belongs to the place of their sustenance, of course. But this electrical war created this moment where the blood was weaponized to cause fractures within the unified body of blood, actually, which is the unified network of how the Father is known to us. So we are returning to the place before the electrical war. We are returning to electrical order. And the vortex of the crystal heart is the mechanism by which this is happening. And so if we follow science, and Petra, my dear friend, put up a post just yesterday, I think, about the vortex, the biological vortex in the heart, and how it is known, people who have dissected the heart. Oh, sorry, I don't like things like that. I feel them. They've seen the biological vortex within the heart, the spiral of the heart. And as I always say, every single form of humanity has a light function. And you've known me to harp on about the light function of the womb always. And today I will speak on the light function of that vortex of the heart. So it is a biological reality, and we are angelic humans. So everything in our biology has a light function. And when I say light, that means angelic intelligence function. So electrical order, what does that look like? The heart is the place where all networks, electrical networks, are convene. It is the place where we can know each other compassionately, where we can have a unified mind in the way of compassion. So everything, the whole womb, the waters of creation have been brought to the command of love. So every single aspect within humanity's consciousness, within our mechanics of creation, is being returned to the way it is to be under the command of love. So we have had a unified mind without compassion, without love. We've had like a unified mind, like almost like a ball of wool, just this convoluted, entangled, messy, chaotic, self-sabotaging, looping madness, truly. And so the heart's function as the portal of electrical intelligence, as the pulse point of action, as the pulse point of impulse, which is action. Action is of Father, intention is of Mother, inhale is of the Mother line, exhale is of the Father line. Intention is of Mother, action is of Father. This heart is being brought to its correct function. And the channel of the Father, which is the channel of grandfather, father and son, within the bloodlines, channels through the bloodlines, it is being brought to electrical sense. So the finite pathways, the impulses, the self-sabotaging impulses, the self-sabotaging impulsive actions, or the finite looping impulses for action, are being removed from humanity's consciousness, because these are impulses of the unknown, the unseen, the unknown shadow aspects of the masculine. They're within us all. These are the impulses that do not make sense, that do not follow the order of creation and cause so much harm, because they're coming from a place of fracture. They're coming from a place of parasitic self-survival, from a time, like I said, when the electrical war created a division of the bloodlines, led everyone to kind of be, each one for their own, dog eat dog, and created this narcissistic, parasitic way of moving, of receiving nourishment, of winning, turned the love field, the field of love, into the field of war. So that is being undone. So that is quite a strong statement, but that is being undone. The unified heart field is under the command of love. So, and this crystal heart vortex is the technology or the mechanism which is, the powerhouse at this moment, returning the unified field to love, ensuring it actually, and ensuring the electrical order, the electrical harmony is coming back. And that is what's happening right now. So, as I say, this is a massive recalibration for the masculine principle, for men, for sure, and for all of us. The masculine within, it's a massive recalibration. Massive. So the shadow aspects of the masculine, all of the different parasitic ways, or forceful ways, and out of balance, out of order, nonsensical ways of being, of our masculine aspect of being in this world, that come from this place of division and instability and aloneness that was caused by the fracture of the bloodlines, is coming back to us and presenting itself in the field to us, because it has to be felt. It is returning through this crystal heart vortex to be rewoven into this one beautiful channel, this one beautiful bloodline, in service to the intention, to the Song of Mother. I'll speak about the Song of Mother again. It is truly the return of Mother's army. That is everyone. There's no weaponization of anyone, but this is what it feels like. It's like all the fractal pieces of the masculine, all the sons that were sent to war, sent to sabotage, sent to self-sacrifice, sent to starvation, sent to ostracization, used for their value and then discarded. They are all being returned. They are all walking back, like marching back to this one central vortex, this beautiful crystal heart vortex, which is receiving them and reweaving the channel of the Father. It is absolutely beautiful. So that the light intelligence of the Father, grandfather, father, and son, this channel within all of us, we all have bloodlines, is being returned. The beauty and the light of our bloodlines is being returned, and the intelligence is being returned internally. And under the Song of Mother, let me just speak about the Song of Mother. This could not happen until the womb was restored. The womb, essentially, which is the holding of us all, is basically the crystalline song lines of through the wombs of women, through the wombs of the channel of Mother, which is grandmother, mother, daughter, all the way to the eternal Mother. The womb is the holding of us in the Mother's song. That is what the womb is. And the womb is the creational waters filled with the tone of love of Mother and held by the song lines of Mother. This had to be restored, and this is allowing everything else within the creational body to emerge as it is intended to be, because it is the Song of Mother, which is pure love. The love that brings to wholeness, the love that brings unity, that brings togetherness. That is the intention. That was the intention that created us. So as this field of water is being, this womb, this like holding of us is being infused with the song of love, everything, every aspect within it is given the chance to, and it is emerging as what it is to be in full love, without the shadows, without the absence of love, in the fullness of love. So it's like a rebirth within the womb for every single aspect of creation. And today, the exciting one to speak on is the channel of the Father's light, and how it is to be known in the body, in our hands and our fingertips, like the pulse, in the pulse of our fingertips. The correction of that. And so we may have always felt a connection with the Eternal Father, but what has been, there have been so many projections and convolutions upon the Eternal Father, and there has also just been so much self-sabotaging between men, or between the masculine principle. There's so much action, needless action, or action that creates more division, action that doesn't make sense, action that doesn't follow the order of love and unity. Of course, there's the other side of that. There's the action of that does create unity and does create love and all of that. But what we want to see is going to be for the duality, where there is it doesn't have to be a war between the good guy and the bad guy, the good masculine and the bad masculine. What this is a returning to the point before that, when it is just what it is to be, before division, before fracture, and every shadow aspect of the masculine is returned to light, is returned into the fold, into the channel of the Father. Just like we did with the womb, all the shadow aspects of woman, of the feminine, where within all of us, were returned into the beautiful glory of what the eternal mother, daughter, grandmother is to be, what we're here for. So this is what we're doing. We're just restoring the glory and the eternal intelligence of the channel of grandfather, father, and son, which is the bloodlines. How we know that to be is in the bloodlines. So every shadow masculine fractal piece, everything forgotten, is returning. So when I speak of the channel of the Father, when I speak of this coming to unity, to this reweaving, this is our energy source for creation. We are to have one energy source, a unified intelligence over the energy source for creation. No more wasted energy, no more miscreation, no more frustrated finite creations, no more karmic creations. We want one energy source for creation, for the creation of spiraling evolutionary beginnings of the golden age. Unified action, one impulse point. So our heart, our crystal heart is singing with the vibration of Mother. Our crystal heart, within this restoring womb, within this rebirthing womb that we have been brought to, is singing with the vibrational beginning, the vibrational wisdom of Mother. It's singing the one song, the unifying song of Mother. So the energy now, the bloodlines, which are the energy of our energy source of our creation, are coming back to togetherness and following the song, the one unifying song of Mother, to come back to the one tribe of Mother. This is the end of the tribal, the tribes at war. This is the return to the one tribe. The correction that returns peace to the tribe of Mother is in the blood, because the weaponization, the electrical wars, is what created the division within the blood. So, it's beautiful. We've heard the expression, the kingdom of the heart. We've heard that. I would like to offer this, God is the heart that is full of nature. I have witnessed and I have seen through the crystal heart this endless unfolding architecture, structures, doorways, hallways, endless upholding and architecture, the ability, the imprints and the knowing, the knowledge of how this golden age is to be built and upheld. that to me, in my knowing, is within the heart. So this comes too. Okay, just to tie this into the womb and the mother. So when we have corrected the womb, we have corrected the water. We can say the belly, the womb, the water basin. Obviously, the womb is a potent light function in creation, but we all have a water basin, be it belly or womb, or that receives the sound of mother, that receives the intention, that receives that is the swelling of the motion, and it is the electrical impulse in the heart that works with this motion, with this swelling of water, to project our creations. So we have restored the womb to creator. If we think of, we were told of like an androgynous creator God without a womb. The womb was never even brought into it. The womb was a place of shadow, a place of kind of a dumping ground for humanity. We have brought the womb back to the creator in its full glory, in its full light function. And people are feeling that and knowing that and feeling the benefit of that. And now we are restoring the heart back to the creator. We are bringing the creator's heart back to humanity's consciousness. Like we have returned the creator's womb back to humanity's consciousness, we are returning the creator's heart back to humanity's consciousness. So we are feeling and seeing the correct function, the correct utility of the heart network. So, okay, this is a kind of a very precise, powerful sharing. I would just ask if this moved you, if this created an expansion, or a radiance, or a joy, or tears, perhaps. Please share this, and I want to speak on that, and because we are still being offered, of course, so much bad news, so much recurring stories, to pull our energy one direction, or to pull our emotion one direction, to sway our heart into basically projecting the bad dream. And when we hear these stories, these like impending doom stories, these stories of division and fear, causes a contraction, it causes a restriction in us. It brings us into a lower place of fear and the tribalism that I'm speaking of, the division of the tribe. So when I would like to offer, if I speak, or anyone else, or you speak anything or feel anything that is of unity, that is of harmony, and is of opening, and creates opening and movement and tears and laughter, to share it, because these moments are actually our beginnings, our beginning points, our little mini explosions. As small as they may seem, they are coordinates of the golden age opening and offering themselves between us. Okay, my dears. Devotion. What is happening? I speak of electrical devotion. I speak of energetic devotion. And this is what the bloodline is for. The bloodlines. This is why the unifying of the bloodlines is to bring the bloodlines which have been weaponized against each other to serve the upholding of their own finite, precarious positions. Like when we are separated from the whole, life becomes about self-survival. Life becomes parasitic. Life becomes shadowy and narcissistic. When we are separated from the whole and we don't feel our survival is guaranteed. What we are doing is that we are returning all of them back. They are filtering through the crystal heart, which is pinging and singing with song, the unifying song of Mother. They are returning to the one tribe, woven back to this one channel of the eternal Father, so that the knowledge and the presence and the light and intelligence of the channel of the Father can stream through us, through our blood, and be known to us intrinsically within the compassionate knowing. And so in the doing of that, any projections or convolutions upon the false father, which is always accompanied by the sacrificial son, they are expelled from our consciousness, and we are freeing the masculine principle for sure, and then everyone by extension with this. But this is a return to the devotional quality of the blood, of the body of the one body of blood, the devotional quality of that, to be the action, the feat, the impulse that walks Mother's song into reality, that opens up the kingdom of heaven, that opens up the architecture and the emerging, unfolding structures of support that allow the beautiful rose song of the mother, the eternal mother, to grow and to bring her fragrance, her vibration, her tone to this earth. So that is how devotion works. Devotion is from the heart to the song of mother, to the womb, because the womb is the holding, the place of holding of the innocence of the eternal child. It is the unquestionable authority on the holding of innocence, and the evolutionary call, the vibrational calls of innocence come from the womb. So, or if that wants to be extended, we can say the intuition, the inner wisdom within everyone's body. So this is a big one, so beautiful, so grateful for this. I think I will leave it at this because I think I have covered everything. Blessings to you all for watching, and if this moves you, like I say, please share. And as we speak these ways, we are freeing anything that has already been agreed upon that maybe doesn't quite land in the body. We're just speaking from the body and giving what's in the body the chance to emerge, Okay, blessings, my dears. Take care. Have a beautiful day.